Welcome to another Nekoblast Plays World of Tanks. Today I'll be reviewing the Churchill gun carrier, or Churchill GC as you'll see in game. This is considered a tank destroyer, though it does have some armor. It's not really enough to bounce anything, and barely any of it's slanted, so you won't be seeing many shots bouncing off it. The tracks are finally covered from its previous iteration. It's unlocked through the Churchill 1, and as you can see, these tracks are a great vulnerability. You'll never move with it. However, now it has no turret, so the gun is forward mounted as you'd expect, but this has a very small turning angle. You can barely turn this at all. If you want to turn, you will need to turn the entire tank. There's no obvious real weaknesses on the back. You do have these vents here on the side, and obviously this panel here. On the front, people will be aiming for your viewing port. This has a fairly small view range, 340. If you get that viewing port damaged, which people will be aiming for, that'll get reduced again. The gun on it at the start isn't especially great. You'll start off with this one. Let's have a look at the characteristics of that. Only 120 millimeters of penetration there. Characteristics of the most upgraded 200. So you're going to want to upgrade that as soon as you can. You're going to be outputting about twice as much damage there as well per shot that does penetrate, and at 200 you're going to penetrate just about everything. The aim time, 3 seconds. It's a bit slower, but it's worth it. We've got 7.6 rounds per minute, so you're only putting out half as many shots a minute, so that still sort of balances out. The gun, outside of the gun, you'll want to upgrade your engine as soon as possible. It's not a huge upgrade, it's only an extra 50 horsepower, but this thing's slow as slow can be anyway, so you're going to definitely want that. And get the tracks up. Tracks will probably be your main priority because you do want to be able to turn as fast as you can. This tank, obviously, as I've said, if something comes up beside you, behind you, you don't have a turret, so you need to be able to turn, and your tracks will give you that. And you can see that gun does get a lot larger when you get that fully upgraded. As I've said, armor's not that great, but however, it does actually have a fairly decent hit pool, 650 hit points. Very few things in the tiers that this will be showing up in will one-shot you unless they manage to hit your ammo rack. You won't have to worry about your commander too much. That commander portal, commander spot there, pretty hard to spot, very low lying. The armor in front of it is slanted very well, so that won't be an issue. They'll be hitting front on, which has the full 88 millimeters of armor on it if they do try and aim for it, or they'll go through your commander port, your viewing port. Ammo, generally just go for the armor piercing. This is the default stuff. Do carry a few high explosives just in case you get the ability to shoot either another tank destroyer towards the end of the match or one of the artillery. With the artillery, obviously, you won't be able to toy around driving around him because you won't have the speed, so you're going to want to get him in as few shots as possible. As well as with that, this is still a very heavy tank, so I have managed to get a few. Let's see if we've got the kamikazes on this guy. He's quite a heavy one. People don't necessarily recognize how heavy it is, and I have seen them drive into it. I would suggest the small repair kits. At the very least, you will be wanting, if your tracks get destroyed, if your gun gets damaged, you will want to repair it so that you can fire as efficiently and can move as little as you can move. You want to be able to move still. If these get destroyed, you've basically got zero movement. Alright, now let's move into the game. Alright, so here we're playing one of the base capture maps. What's this? Isn't it showing me the actual stats? There we go. Encounter battle, El Huluf. This is a fairly decent map. A lot of the maps are terrible for this. Obviously, if anything comes around beside you, it's going to get a few free shots in. If anyone spots you, you're in trouble. You want to be able to sit somewhere up the back, let someone else spot for you, and take your free shots. As with this map, let's see if we can... Free roam, there we go. So you can see this is with the upgraded engine already, and the upgraded gun. I've only gotten second class in this match, but the first... We'll see if we show the first class match. Ace Mastery. It's not especially funny. The enemy just run at us, and even my ally runs in front of me, but you'll get to see that later maybe. We've got a KV2, always a great tank. See, I do believe I get made fun of there. He's going to go down past the flag, as you'd normally see. We've got the AT2, which is, I believe, it's a tier 5, so it's one rank before the tank that's next to this. It's also a German tank. Let's have a look at my zooming here. Don't think I'm going to get another shot at him. So let's move up a bit more. There are a few spots you want to be aiming in this tank on this map. Obviously you want to have someone spotting up here, over here. If they start coming down there, any of these spots behind these hills, you really need someone to give you a line of sight. And we can see this guy's, surprisingly, M3 Lee, it's a bad spot to be. This gun will rip through just about anything in tier 4. It's got enough fire rate. Got to be careful here, we've got the rock for cover still. So we've got a few guys popping their heads out. We don't have a shot for the guy behind the rock, but we don't want this guy getting any points either. That KV1 is something good to shoot at. Just be careful we don't shoot at our ally here. His fire went out, so we finished him off. No longer got a shot at the KV1. Gotta be careful here. This guy's been spotted. What are we looking for here? Alright, we've got some good forward spotters. We've got some guys up there on the right. Let's keep in the bush. Nashorn and a Matilda. We should be able to do some mighty damage to that Matilda. Oh no, he's disappeared. What do we do? Didn't look like he was moving. Let's take a pot shot at it. Tracked him. But we still see him. So let's take another shot if we can. Come on, reload. There we go. And another dude. Even at this range, a Matilda being... it is a medium tank, but it actually has fairly decent armor. And at that range, still penetrating. That's pretty much what this tank is about. No matter the range, you'll be able to penetrate. And that's the whole reason of the big gun. Basically, you want to use it as a sniper. You want your allies spotting. This guy's doing a great job for us. He's been shot a little bit there. Not that one. There we go. And the KV2's doing his job up there. Attacking the KV1. Got some support with KV1S. Don't need to worry about the cap for the moment. If we've got artillery up the side there, that AMX should be taking shots at it. Alright, we've spotted someone, tracked him. Gonna have to lead ahead a bit. Fire another.
That one
Bounced. Ooh. Not common for this tank. He's gonna be out of line of sight. Let's go aim at something else. Well, we've got nothing else to shoot at. Oh, I missed the Nashorn moving there. He's out of line of sight anyway, so we won't worry about him. It's not the Nashorn, it's the PZ. You know, this guy's taking an obvious stance again. Takes some shots. He's gonna hide. Destroyed by the KV2. Not that he would have stood much chance against that. Alright, this guy's popping his head out again. It looks like the Nashorn, but it's not.
enemy armor is destroyed.
So that's why you lead your shots. And just because you can't see them doesn't mean you're not going to be able to destroy them. Especially tank destroyers. They've got very light armor. Good chance of getting through even at range, so you might as well take that shot. It's cheap, but giving them that extra bit of damage can make the whole big bit of difference for your team. Let's see. Got the Nashorn rushing mid there. Let's lead him. It's a miss. A little bit high. Couldn't aim much lower because of that hill. Probably not going to get another shot at him. Looking for anything in front of those KVs. Nothing revealed. And that's down. Now we go for the hunt for their artillery. It's the only thing left. 2 minutes to cap. Got a fair bit of time. This is the downhill speed. Nothing spectacular. Cross map. Nah. It could be worse. Now we go SPG hunting, as I said. Just going to roll over some things. Heavy tank. Once we get on this hill, it slows to a crawl. Someone suggesting he's probably up north. I don't think any artillery's really going to sit there after we've moved through with the KV2 and the KV1S. I'm expecting he's gone right. So I think he's over here somewhere. This is where we'd normally expect him, somewhere mid-right. Hellcat's going for a look up there. Hasn't spotted him. Got ages to cap. Still another minute 40. Takes a little bit of time. Let's speed this up a little bit. There he is, spotted. KV1S doesn't have a lot of health, but he's got the speed over the artillery. Unfortunately, I can't change to his point of view, which would be great for this. The AMX there, not having any of it. He's jumped off, drowned. And that's it, victory. That comes out as a... Yes, he's laughing, he didn't give up his score there. This comes out as only a... What is it? Rank 2 mastery badge. So that's not especially great, but it's how to use this tank. My ace mastery badge isn't especially great for how to use the tank, so if I do show it later, it's just for fun, won't be a review of how to use the tank. Obviously, as I said, use your allies for spotting, stay back. If you take a few hits, not the biggest of deals with that nice 650 hit pool, damage pool at this tier, but overall, if you're going for the tank destroyer line, you're thinking, oh, I'll go through the heavies to get to it, probably not worth it. The tank destroyers do have better armor, even the AT2 will have better frontal armor, generally speaking, than this thing. I think it's about 102, where this only had the 60 odd, it had 100 odd frontal armor. Still, go for the ATs if you're going to go down that tree, go for the heavies if you want to go down the Churchill line, get the Black Prince, that sort of thing. Otherwise, we'll see you again. If you enjoyed the review, want to see more, any suggestions for what you'd like to see, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, and have a good day. See you later.